When did you start writing?
Wow. When I was taking the piano lessons, I actually started making up little things on piano. And since I had to learn how to read, I would actually try to, compose things. And it was a nice exercise, and none of it was very good. It's probably hidden on a shelf someplace, and I'll drag it out in my postmortem. But I started writing songs, I guess, once I got in my first high school band. We wanted to have our own thing going. So, 3 people in the band were writing, and I was one of them.
Okay. And what was your first guitar?
My first guitar, I think I bought it from my neighbor. I think it might have been a Stella Harmony, the infamous Stella Harmony.
Okay.
And, the action was horrible. It hurt your fingers, and the neck was bowed, but it was a guitar.
It's probably better than the Silvertone.
Yeah, the Silvertones were nice guitars. Sometimes.
Cool. All right. So you were doing the Jersey Shore scene for a long time.
Long time, yeah. I got a gig down in Wildwood in 1976. A friend of mine called me up, and we got a trio together. And he asked me because I was the only guy he knew with a banjo. I could hardly play the banjo, but the guy who owned the place wanted a kind of a bluegrass thing. So he asked me to do the gig, and we auditioned and passed the audition. And next thing I know, I was playing banjo in a country rock bar in Wildwood, New Jersey.
Wow.
That lasted for 3 summers, and we were playing like 6 nights a week for like 5 hours a night.
Wow.
So I got pretty good.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
One thing led to another after that. We went up to North Jersey and played in New York City, did some showcases at places like the Lone Star Cafe, The Other End, Folk City,
Okay.
and talking to record people. But just like in all the other Behind the Music episodes, it eventually, let's just say, fell apart.
Now, when you're doing this was mostly covers, or was this all originals? Or
We were a very original band. There was like 3 strong writers in that band, and we were doing all of our material. We would also do covers when we would play out at gigs. We had a really hot fiddle player who's now down in Nashville, and he's got Grammys and the whole bit. But we would do like Orange Blossom Special, and a lot of the newgrass stuff, the New Riders of Purple Sage and things like that. And it was a huge, we had a really big following for a number of years. That's actually where I met Donna.
Okay.
And so that was that was the most exciting period of my musical life.
Well, there's a new era coming up.
Exactly.
I can feel
I'm a
it.
lot mellower now. I don't think I could live through that again.
Okay. Could you do us another song, please?
Absolutely. Since we were talking about that kind of bluegrass thing, this is one I wrote back around that time, called "I'll Wait for You." There's a grieving hanging on my back, there's fire burning up my track, and I'll wait for you. I see the wall-e iron fence, it isn't making any sense. Now listen, you, I'd die for you. I'll sing for you, and I'll bring to you anything that satisfies the need for you. It isn't that I've got nothing to do, but listen, you, I'll wait for you. If I hadn't had another chance, I caught that needed loving glance, I would have gone. But I could see your need was bad, it fit into the plans I had. You wanted me, so you came to me. And I'll sing for you, and I'll bring to you anything that satisfies a need for you. It isn't that I've got nothing to do, but listen, you, I'll wait for you. And I don't need a reason why, I only know I've got to try, and I'll do well. The rest of them can go their way. In fact, put it mildly, they can go to hell. I'll play for you, and I'll pray for you. Just give me time to open up the way for you. And I'll live for you, and I'll give to you anything that lies within my power to do. And I'll try to do what you want me to. Till then I'll have to wait until I'm one with you. And I'll sing to you, I'll bring to you anything that satisfies a need for you. It isn't that I've got nothing to do, but listen you, I'll wait for you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
And that's another one off your new CD.
Yes, it is indeed.
And it's called Together, the CD.
The CD is called Together, yeah.
And you just released it, what, October?
Yeah, so I think it was early October I released it.
How did the recording come about, and where'd you do this? Is this
I had released recordings quite a while back. Actually had them manufactured, but then in between, home burning came into vogue, and I just kind of burned my own CDs and kind of gave them away or sold them as the need arose.
Mm-hmm.
But when I moved out to Pennsylvania, I kind of wanted to. The name of the album, Together, it was kind of like a lot of things came together in the last
Mm-hmm.
couple of years, and one of them was with the support of Donna. I rebuilt my studio in the house and started writing songs. Songs just started coming to me again. I hadn't written in quite some time, but this new relationship, this new environment just really kind of gave me a lot of inspiration. So songs started coming out, and once you build the studio, you really need a reason to have the studio, so I was kind of motivated to write songs for that too. And so it was a real labor of love, and kind of just reinventing myself, because I'm getting a little bit older, and I just didn't want to give up. It's time to give it another really serious shot
Mm-hmm.
in a new environment, a new place.
Well, so you recorded in your studio.
Much of it. There's a couple of cuts on the CD that were from previous releases that were remastered with this particular compilation.
Okay. Very cool. Sounds very good.
Thank
Sounds
you.
very good.
Thank you very much.
And they can get this CD from CD Baby?
Yeah, CD Baby's definitely got it. I should have that address, shouldn't I? Oh, well.
It's just cdbaby.com.
Right, and then just search for Dave Weber. Yeah,
Okay.
you'll find it.
And the
easily.
CD is called Together.
Yes.
They can also get it at your shows.
You can certainly get it at the shows, any of my gigs. And I don't have it in any stores yet. We're working on that, but
Okay.
We'll get there.
Now you play in this area quite a bit.
Yeah, it took a while to get my foot in some doors, but once I did, things started coming along quite nicely. So between this and still keeping my rooms down the Jersey Shore, I'm doing okay.
So this Friday you're going to be where?
This Friday at the Sand Trap in the Limerick Golf Club. But I'm doing like an opener. I'm doing like 6 to 8 before the band comes on. I believe Egdon Heath is going to be playing.
Oh,
on
wow.
Friday. Yeah, and I remember them from Wildwood back in the old days. Those guys are as old as I am.
I remember them too. So I do remember them. I remember before Egdon Heath too. That's great. I'm glad to see they're back, and glad to see you're opening for them.
Yeah, nice to see them again.
And then you're down at Ludwig's Grill.
Yeah, Ludwig's is a great room for us. We live pretty close to there, and all of Donna's friends that she's introduced me to come out, and we just have this big old sing along. It's wild.
Really?
They just really expanded their bar,
Uh-huh.
so the bar area is bigger. It's a little bit more spacious now, And I use the Bose system, so it's kind of small, so you can fit in small rooms and still get a nice big sound. And it's a lot of fun there. We have a good time.
Now, I haven't been in there since it was Ludwig's Corner. Is it different? Is it a different owner now that it's Ludwig's Grill, or is it the same people? Or
I think it's the same.
okay, because it's a very nice place.
Very nice, yeah.
And it's so that's great. And it's at the corner of 100 and Route 100 and 401.
Correct.
Yeah, it's a really nice place. Cool.
Yeah, we'll be there from 8 to 11.
Okay.